I can't laugh today because the story I am about to tell is one that has devastated me for years, and I'm truly sorry. It is strange that you can do something from in your childhood days and it has affected you to this point. And that's basically how I feel now. I'm really, truly sorry. By far, the worst thing I have ever done to an animal as a child, ever, even as an adult. I was walking from one community to another, and it was a cool evening, and I was walking home. I was with my sister and two of my brothers. However, they were ahead of me, and I was behind, walking in the bushes, picking guavas, and basically just having a fun time. And guess what happened? I stumbled across a bird's nest. Now, a bird is a pet that I have always wanted, but birds are so hard to catch. So I was like really ecstatic when I came across this nest, and yeah, there were birds in it. I couldn't believe it. So, of course, curiosity got the better of me, and I pretty much went to investigate. So, you know that guava was no longer on my mind because now I am where something that has got my attention, a bird's nest. All right, so I went and investigated, and I realized there were three birds in the nest. Of course, when you look at them, they didn't have any feathers on. They just had their mouths open, like they're waiting to be fed, and they were making little birdie sounds. And I was quite fascinated. I was probably about 10. Most of my exciting times happened between the ages of 9 and 12. So I was probably about 10 at the time, and I saw the bird's nest and got excited, and immediately the idea came to me, yeah, I've been wanting a bird so long, so why not just take them home? Of course, I'm not thinking, where I'm going to get the feed from to feed the bird, or how they are to be fed, or how they are to be cared for. The only thing that was going through my mind at that time was that I have finally gotten birds to take home. I didn't even thought of where I was going to care for them, where I was going to keep them. So, of course, I took them out of the nest, and um, I thought about it, and I was like, but if I take all three, what am I going to do with them? Where am I going to keep all three? So I'm just going to take one, just one. So I put back two, and I decided to take one home. Of course, I pretty much played with it. It felt really soft and squishy in my hand, and it cried all the way home with me. And of course, I tried to hide it from my other siblings because I know them going to say, where you going with it? Carry it back. So I pretty much tried to walk behind and try to hide it as best as I could. And I was excited about my bird. Yes, I finally got a bird I've been wanting on so long. Not realizing that so young a bird is going to demand a lot of care, is going to need special feeding. I couldn't take the corn that we would give to the fowls at home to give to the bird because it would have been too tough. So when I got home, I started wondering, what am I going to do with this bird? It was just sheer crazy. I don't know at that point. I didn't think about it. I didn't even realize that I really should not have kept the bird. Um, I should not have taken him from his nest because I didn't think about the whole care, feeding, day to day operation of looking after a bird. So when I got home, I kept him for a couple of hours, and there was basically nothing to feed him with, or feed it with. And what I did was so terrible. The sad part about it is I was just confused when I got home, not knowing what to do with this bird, what I'm going to feed it with, how I'm going to care for it. And I just got upset with myself. And at the time, and please don't, I appear that I'm laughing, but deep down, I'm devastated. I really am. I had a pet dog at the time, and his name was Totty. And the only thing that came to my mind was to throw the bird in Totty's mouth. And that's what I did. And he was so happy for the piece of meat. For days I felt bad. For days I wondered how the mother felt about the whole episode. I had gone too far, walked too many miles from where I picked the bird up to where I live to return it. I think it has affected me somewhat so that I am not inclined, apart from roaches, that I don't have any apologies in spraying. I find it hard to harm animals unless they're a direct threat to my well being. One thing I know, the bird got a speedy death. It didn't suffer for very long because Totty did not mince meat. He did not play around with it. Have you ever done anything cruel to animals? Any animal? How did it make you feel? Do you think that some animals are deserving of cruelty? What do you think? Do you think it matters to our Creator the way we treat animals? Put in the comments below and let me know how you feel about the way persons treat animals, especially here in Jamaica. So until next time, when I share a brief, interesting story with you, please leave a comment down. I'm not gonna tell you to like the video, but leave a comment down. Until next time, I'm Tracy. Care for animals. Don't ill treat them. Take care.